My name is Lisa, and I work as a designer for a company. I'm in a relationship with my boyfriend, Noah, and things have been going really well. On this day, he had made a reservation at a really nice restaurant, and we were enjoying the meal and the atmosphere when.
Lisa, will you marry me? I'll always make you happy, and I believe we can build a wonderful life together. More than anything, I just want to be with you forever. So, will you marry me?
Yes. I want to be with you forever too. I'm looking forward to spending my life with you. And just like that, Noah and I got engaged. I was so happy, feeling full of joy every single day. A week after the proposal. Today, we were visiting my parents' house together to formally announce our engagement.
Would you? Please, give me your daughter, please.
Noah, you're Japanese.
Wait, let me try again, sorry. Please give me your daughter. I'm asking for your blessing.
Of course, please take good care of her, Noah.
Thank you so much.
Noah, you were so nervous, you kept stumbling over your words. But you did great.
Please, forget that I messed up. But seriously, I've never been more nervous in my life.
My mom smiled warmly and gave us her blessing. I was raised by a single mother, and she made sure I never felt like I was missing anything growing up. Seeing her so happy for me brought me even more joy. Another week later. This time, we were visiting Noah's family to announce our engagement.
Mom, Dad, this is Lisa, my soon-to-be wife.
Nice to meet you, I'm Lisa. Thank you for taking the time to see us today.
Oh my, what a lovely girl you've brought home.
That's right. I can't believe Noah's already at the age to get married. You've really grown up.
I'm not really grown up yet. But thanks, Dad.
Oh, we should have a family gathering soon. I'd love to meet Lisa's family.
Thank you. I'll let my mom know. The meeting with Noah's parents went smoothly and had a warm atmosphere. Both of them seemed kind, and I felt so relieved to have their approval for our marriage. When the day came for both families to meet and finalize plans.
By the way, I heard something from Noah yesterday. Your family is a single-parent household, isn't that right?
When did your husband pass away?
Mom, Dad, there's no need to ask those kinds of questions.
Thank you, Noah, but it's okay. My husband passed away when Lisa was 5 years old.
Oh, when she was 5. I see.
The single-parent household. You and Lisa must have had quite a difficult time, didn't you?
Mom, Dad, there's no need to talk about this.
Oh. By the way, there's a new Japanese sweets shop that just opened on the other side of the station. When my single-parent household was brought up, I noticed the expressions of Noah's parents darken, and I panicked, quickly changing the subject. After that, Noah helped keep the conversation going, and we managed to get through the meeting without any further issues. However, the shift in their attitudes back then kept nagging at me. Then, on the day of the wedding, as I was getting ready, I heard commotion outside the waiting room, so I peeked out to see what was happening. Huh? Mom, what's going on?
Oh, Lisa, sorry for causing a scene.
Oh, Lisa, perfect timing.
You see, Lisa dear, I hate to say this, but we've decided to ask your mother to leave.
What? Why?
Isn't it obvious? A single-parent family is a disgrace to the relatives.
Exactly. We don't want someone like that attending today's wedding.
A single-parent family? But why does that mean my mother has to leave? She's been looking forward to this day for so long.
Oh, Lisa, you're fine. You were very accomplished.
Accomplished? What does that have to do with it?
Well, didn't you study abroad during college? You'd have to be quite exceptional to do something like that.
No. I was only able to study abroad because of my mom. It wasn't just because of me.
That's exactly why. It's understandable that you'd want to defend your mother. But listen, I'm a company president, after all.
And it'd be embarrassing if people thought we were associating with poor people, wouldn't it?
Embarrassing? That's...
Excuse me, is there really no way I can attend?
Of course not. I've already said it. It'd be a disgrace if people knew the president's family had poor relatives.
That's right. If you are a sensible adult, for Noah and Lisa's sake, you'll leave immediately.
I wanted to say something back, but I was so shocked by Noah's parents' words that I couldn't find the right words. Why did my mother have to be treated like this? As I stood there, overwhelmed with frustration, my mother suddenly said,
I understand. I'll head home now.
What? Mom. You don't have to leave.
Lisa, this is your special day, right? You can tell me all about the ceremony later.
Oh, finally you get it.
Honestly, if you had just left quietly from the start, we wouldn't have wasted so much time.
Enough already. Both of you, I've been listening to everything.
Oh, Noah, you look quite dashing in that tuxedo.
Of course, he's our son. Doesn't he look stunning?
What are you even saying? I'm ashamed to be your son. How dare you speak to her like that? There's no reason for her to leave.
Noah, why are you so upset?
Exactly. We're just asking her to leave because having poor people here would be embarrassing, that's all.
What's so embarrassing about her? She's the woman who raised Lisa. Don't you dare speak to her like that.
It's all right, Noah. Thank you.
No, it's not all right. Lisa wanted to show you how beautiful she looks today. She's been looking forward to this day as much as you. She thought this would be her chance to repay you in some small way. So I'm completely against you missing the wedding.
Noah. I can't believe you'd say something like that.
Enough with this immature talk. Lisa has grown up to be accomplished. Isn't that repayment enough?
Exactly. So there's no need for her to attend the wedding, right?
Noah stepped in to defend me, but his parents continued to insult my mother. I was getting angrier by the minute, and finally, I couldn't take it anymore. That's enough. I've had it. If you're making my mom leave, then I'm leaving with her.
That's a great idea. I'll leave with you too. We'll apologize to the guests later, just the two of us.
Noah, what on earth are you saying?
Exactly. If the bride and groom leave, there's no point in having a wedding.
For me, this wedding is meaningless if my mom isn't here. Today is also a day to express my deepest gratitude to her.
Lisa, you've been thinking about that all along.
Neck, that's just a bunch of empty words.
Your father's right. Whether she's here or not, it makes no difference.
There's no way that's true. And just so you know, my mother-in-law is incredibly wealthy.
This woman, wealthy, that's impossible. I'm a company president.
Lisa's mom is also a company president, you know. She runs the major corporation I work for, Koryuga Company.
Mia, are you serious? This woman is the president of Koryuga Company, one of the biggest firms.
It seems like being a president didn't help you know that. Honestly, I figured you were clueless the moment you looked down on us for being a single-parent family.
What? Why didn't you tell us that sooner?
Exactly. That's the kind of important thing you should mention up front.
I didn't want anyone to treat me differently. That's why I specifically asked Noah not to mention it beforehand.
Mom, Dad, if the president leaves, you know what's going to happen, right? Most of the guests will leave too. And don't forget, a lot of business partners are here today.
In reality, my mom is the president of the major corporation, Koryuga Company. She occasionally appears in the media, so not only is her name well known, but many people recognize her face as well. Yet, my in-laws had no idea who she was. When Noah and his older sister Mia told them the truth, my in-laws were utterly shocked.
There's no way the president of Koryuga Company is a single mother. That's impossible.
Managing both a company and a household. With her busy schedule, there's no way she could handle both.
My mom can do it. She's an incredible person who works harder than anyone I know. From the day both families met until now, you've done nothing but insult her. My mother isn't someone you can just look down on.
I feel the same way. She's treated me so well. Why would you say such cruel things about her?
I can't believe you two think like this. Honestly, I'm disgusted. I can't believe you'd say something so awful.
How are we supposed to know? It's not like we can change the past now.
When you hear single-parent household, doesn't everyone assume it's a poor situation?
No, they don't. And even if it were true, so what? Does being poor make it okay to treat someone like that? Of course not. Judging someone based on assumptions is the lowest thing you can do.
Listen, rich people pay enormous amounts in taxes. Thanks to us, the lower class is able to live their everyday lives.
Honestly, I envy the poor so little taxes to pay.
You've got a lot of nerve saying that. If I remember correctly, aren't you a housewife? Didn't you marry right after graduating from a junior college? For someone who's never worked a day in her life, you sure have a lot to say.
Though my mom spoke in a calm tone, her words were sharp and direct. Hearing this, my in-laws.
Oh, shut up. Just because you're the president of some big company doesn't mean you can act all high and mighty.
That's right. Don't go getting cocky just because you run a large corporation.
I'll return those words right back to you. And frankly, I have no reason to tolerate your misplaced anger. If you want to talk about taxes, I've likely paid far more than either of you.
That may be true, but I have a tax advisor too.
My mom does too. Yet, ever since you found out she's a single mother, you've treated her like a joke. The person I am today is because of all the sacrifices she made for me. When my dad passed away, I was only 5. I must have caused her so much hardship. It was so sudden, my mom must have been heartbroken and confused, but she had to raise me on her own. She didn't have the luxury of time to cry. She threw herself into raising me, without even having the chance to properly mourn my dad.
Well, that's what a mother is supposed to do.
And my dad, he didn't want to leave us either, but he had no choice. I'm sure he felt regret, but my mom. She kept going, thinking of how she could make him proud by showing him my smile. She raised me with everything she had, giving it her all. I will never forgive either of you for what you said about her.
I feel the same way as Lisa. Who needs parents who just look down on others and act superior?
I've never been more ashamed of you, Mom and Dad, than I am today.
Noah and I are cutting ties with you both for good.
Yeah. Neither of us will ever consider you our parents again.
Noah and Mia were furious on behalf of my mother, as if it were their own fight. They boldly declared they were cutting ties with their parents. The in-laws, who never expected such a day would come, were completely taken aback.
Mia, Noah, are you really going to cut ties with us over something like this? Honestly, I don't know what's gotten into you two. People judge others by appearances, no matter how accomplished they are on the inside. That's just how the world works.
You were looking down on her even after learning who she was. So don't act like it's just about appearances.
You're saying all this, but if you ever find yourselves in trouble, your mother and I won't help you with anything from now on. You know that, right? Are you really still going to cut us off?
I don't care. My sister and I were raised well enough to stand on our own, make good money, and live independently.
Exactly. And by the way, I get my salary along with a nice, big bonus from Lisa's mom's company.
So you're saying you really don't need us at all?
We're grateful for raising us, but that doesn't mean we need your help anymore. Not even a little.
This can't be. If you both say that to your mother and me.
I think you should be more worried about yourselves than about Noah and Mia. Mia mentioned earlier that many of the guests here are from your business partners, right? Even though it's a wedding, this event is full of work-related people, isn't it?
This really isn't the time for you to be embarrassing yourselves. Not that it matters to us anymore, we're done with you.
Exactly. We're not family anymore, so we don't care how people see you from now on.
Realizing they had truly been cut off from their children, my in-laws.
Wait a moment. We didn't know about the single-parent situation or the Core Yuga company at all.
That's right. Please, we're begging you. Could you persuade the kids not to cut ties with us?
Why? There's no reason to ask the president to do that.
Mia is absolutely right. Noah's parents, do I really seem like the kind of person who would fall for that? I'm the president of one of the largest companies in the country. You still think you can talk down to me?
The president laying down the law so cool. It gets me every time.
We admit we were wrong. Please forgive us.
There's no way we're forgiving you. This is what happens when you don't take responsibility for your own words.
Lisa, I'm so sorry. I now understand how much you care about your mother.
Well, understanding that doesn't mean I'll forgive you.
Please, I'll apologize as much as you want. Just convince me and Noah not to cut ties with us. I'm begging you, Lisa.
Yes, I'm begging to. I was wrong for looking down on single-parent families. I won't assume they're all poor anymore. Please forgive me.
I have no idea what you're saying, Noah's mother. You seem panicked.
Seriously, this is embarrassing. Just get out of here already.
I'll fill the seats on my side with anyone, so you can go home now.
Please don't say that.
Lisa, I'm truly sorry. We won't say anything like that again.
I hope not. But give up on asking for our forgiveness.
There's no point in begging anymore.
We're out of time. Now get going. Goodbye forever.
Mia promptly kicked the in-laws out of the wedding venue. The wedding proceeded as planned, turning into a beautiful ceremony that everyone would remember. After the wedding, Noah and Mia shared the story with their extended family, who also cut ties with the in-laws. Since many of the father-in-law's business partners were at the wedding, this led to numerous companies ceasing their business with him. As a result, his company didn't just struggle, it went bankrupt. With no one to rely on, including Noah, Mia, and the rest of the family, the in-laws lost everything: their grand house, luxury cars, wealth, and most importantly, their family. All they were left with was a mountain of debt. Thus, their once lavish lifestyle crumbled, and they were left with a miserable, debt-ridden existence. As for us,
thanks to Mia's efforts, our company is thriving.
it's amazing. She's been landing deal after deal, and they're all huge contracts.
Damn. I can't let myself fall behind.
It might have just been a stroke of luck this time, so I can't afford to get complacent.
Still, to think I'd get to marry someone who's not only a star employee but part of our family, what a special connection.
Right? They say it's a small world, but I'm all for happy coincidences like this.
Mia, who works for my mom's company, has now become my sister-in-law in my personal life. My mom really likes Mia, and now they even go out for meals together from time to time. The four of us often spend time together, chatting away about all sorts of trivial things. But those moments are so enjoyable and fill me with happiness. I feel at ease, and it's in those times that I truly realize we've become a family. Even though my mom is still busy as ever, she seems to be enjoying herself every day. Seeing her like that makes me believe that my dad, watching from heaven, is probably relieved as well. As I watch everyone having fun together, I can't help but feel grateful for the happiness I get to experience today. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.